Hey everyone, welcome back. I know it's been quite some time since I've been making these videos, but I really wanted to come back to them, so here we are. This is the character that I've been playing in my previous videos, and we were about to go to Bree, so here we are. Let's go on through the west gate. Enable the stable master.
How can I be of service?
And let's go and talk to this guard here.
Will you let me speak my piece?
You have the look of an adventurer about you, friend. If that be so, the people of Bree-land have need of your strength and your cunning, your wit and your wisdom. There was a time I would send you to the mayor of Bree, the better for you to become acclimated? Sorry. The better for you to become acclimated to our town, but that time is past. Too many dangers press in upon us for you to spend your time chatting with the town officials. Too many villains threaten the good folk of Bree-land for you to tour the city. Already I've used up too much of your time in conversation, when you could be helping good people who need the assistance. If there is one man who knows everything that happens in Bree-land, that man is surely Barleyman Butterbur, proprietor of the Prancing Pony. He hears all that goes on. The real test will be sifting through his speech for what needs doing first. But I am sure you will be up to the challenge. Find him inside the pony atop the hill on the northern side of Bree. He will tell you where you might start helping the people of Bree-land, and we will all be the better for your services. Thank you very much. Right, let's get on our horse. I remember when I first started playing this game back in like 2013. There used to be a quest where you'd get sent all over Bree and you'd have to go and talk to everyone, but they changed it a few years ago, so now it's just this quest that takes you straight to the quest givers, which is kind of nice, but doesn't have the same nostalgia as the old one. Okay, let's talk to Barleyman.
There's so much to do.
Oh, hello, and welcome to the Prancing Pony, the pride of Bree Town and the surrounding lands. You here for news or nutrition? We have both, and plenty to spare. You are an adventurer, unless I missed my mark, and that happens, but rarely. So, it is news then. There is no shortage of that. I tell you truly, and most of it bad. Listen well, my new friend, and you will hear some of what ails us in Bree-land. Investigate some of these leads, and you will find adventures wherever you go, and turn some of the bad news to good. My friend Adser Haybank is a hobbit, a good sort, and he dreams of building an inn upon the road west of Bree. No easy task that, take it from one who knows, but I wish him well, and have done what I can, and if you will see to him and lend him some assistance, I will have done more. He has a camp on the road west of Breetown on the way to Buckland. Ah, Buckland. That reminds me, don't you know it? There is trouble afoot there as well. You know that Breetown is home to both hobbits and men, of course. Well, Buckland is home to hobbits only, but I would count them as neighbours as well, of course. It seems they have had some trouble with goings-on in the old forest. If you speak with Kellandine Brandybuck, a sweet young lass who lives away in Buckland, you are certain to hear about that forest trouble. Everyone has their hands full, whether they be tall or small. Oh, did I ask you to speak with old Grimbriar yet? There is a hustle and bustle aplenty. One thing drives out another, even if you are uncommonly sharp like yours truly. Grimbriar is the chief watcher, and he maintains a post on the road north of Breetown. I understand he has some trouble with brigands of late. Go see him and help him with the outlaws, and you'll be doing Bree-land a service. That should be enough for starters, my friend. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should see to the needs of the host. Food and drink bring songs and compliments, and both bring further custom.
Oh, so much to do.
What was that you were looking for? Oh, Strider, yes. Well, not that it's my business, but I wouldn't go near that range or out of the wild. He's a strange one. Not that he can't tell a rousing tale when he's of a mind. Well, it's clear you've no mind to listen to me. Strider keeps to himself mostly. From the common room, turn left down the hall and keep on until you can only go right. Follow straight down that hall until you're at the foot of the stairs. Strider is in the room to the right of the stairs. Now, I've got paying guests to attend to and no time to be chatting, if you know what I mean. It's just that busy.
One thing drives out another.
So many people coming and going these days. There is one guest, though, one I'd rather do without, but Coin keeps a room and he comes with coin enough to pay a bill. Brooding sort, likes the darker corners of the inn and speaks to none. Most people are a bit afeard of his ilk. Barleyman lowers his voice. He's one of them rangers, he is. Calls himself Strider. From the common room, turn left down the hall, keep on until you can only go right. Follow straight down the hall until you're at the foot of the stairs. Strider is in the room right of the stairs. Did I already tell you all this? He certainly did. Added in that last bit. Strider's room. Just having a look around. I dare not tarry here for long. The Bree folk may think these brigands are a great evil, but there are greater evils that would turn their hearts cold.
Your tidings are grim.
If Skorgrim escaped, then we can assume that he'll want vengeance. Given time, he and the Dour Hands will regroup. You were brave to stand against him, but I'm afraid we'll need use of your courage once again.
There is little time to waste.
The Dour Hands' lord fled to Bree-land after his defeat, and not by mere chance. I see the hand of the captain of the Nine in all of these affairs, in the west, in the Shire, and in Bree-land. We must unravel the thread of his plans, and I believe I know how. To the east of Bree, there is a Blackwold camp, which my men have been watching closely. A shadow has recently spread across the camp. I believe it is here that Amdir has gone, and this dwarf lord as well. There we must go, and there we must end Amdir's life, if he can still be called living. We will wait for nightfall, and then make our move against the Blackwolds. Speak with me again when you are ready to depart.
Are you ready to leave?
Are you prepared to travel yet? If so, then come nightfall, we will move against the camp where Amdir and the dwarf lord have gone into hiding.
Strider and the rangers pursue their fallen brother Amdir to the Blackwold's camp, but not all is as it seems.
There is evil afoot.
Can you feel the chill in the air? It is no natural cold, but the chill of fear, of evil. I doubt not that Amdir is here, but there is a greater evil as well. We should split our strength. For the good of Middle-earth, none can be allowed to escape. Lenglinn and I will look for another way inside, while you and Torthan search for Amdir. We must be quick now, before the evil bursts forth from here and threatens all of Bree-land. Lenglinn says, Amdir could be anywhere. What makes you so sure it's here? It is time for us to act. Torthan, take Sileth with you and head to the main gate. Lenglinn and I shall look for another entrance and press the attack from there. Yes, sir! Good. Lenglinn, let us go. It's up to us now.
What can I do for you?
There we go.
Are you ready?
Come with me. It is time to deal with Amdir and these brigands. If Amdir escapes, it could spell doom for Middle-earth. Let us go. We must find Amdir. Wait! Someone is coming. Let us see who it is. What were those tidings? That dwarf has gone mad. Brigands, get them. Oh, a little bit of lag, I think. There we go. Onwards! We must find Amdir. like everyone's running away. Why would everyone just leave us alone? I'm just gonna kill the ones that are actually hostile. Because some of them are a bit too afraid. Unless Tulthan tries to kill some. I think we've got some deeds as well. If you need to rest, then now is the time to steel your nerve.
Silently now. Darkness approaches.
Down there, in the southern corner of the camp, the source of the Blackwold sphere is there. Come. Let me see about this gate. Die! In the name of the Blackwold! Someone, please! Reinforcements! No, no, stay away! There now. There's no need for concern. Yet. Ah! I have found them after all. You are relieved of your obligations, Blackwold. Now to deal with you, Ranger. I have other business to deal with. My servant shall deal with you. Come, friend. This is not the end of our business here. I fear that foul dwarf is not the end of the evil here. The greatest evils may be behind this gate. Rest now, for we will need all our strength ahead.
Stay a moment.
Who was that dwarf, and what power has he to command wights? That the Blackwolds were in terror of that creature is certain, but I still sense something greater still in these ruins. And where is Amdir? Perhaps beyond that gate. Do not lose your nerve. Another deed to kill wights. We'll get around to that. You shall not interfere. Amdir is now a servant of the Great Eye. Now, Amdir, take on the robes of the Kargul, the Forsworn. My lords, the rangers approach with fire. The fools are too late. Amdir's change is nearly complete. Come, brethren, we must leave. Now is not the time for a fight. We leave Amdir and these fools in your care. Yes, my lord. You do not belong here, Nazgul. In the name of Angmar. You are too late. I am Kargul. I serve the Great Eye. I'm sorry, Amdir. Be at peace.
It's a sorry day.
It is a day both dreary and joyous. It grieves me that we were forced to slay Amdir, but a relief that he should now know peace. I will lead you back to Strider. I will return to my camp.
It's a sorry day.
The very air seems polluted by this night's business. We should tarry here no longer.
The Nazgul have crossed the Eisen and are heading for the Shire. The hobbits must be quick-footed enough to escape the wrath of the Nine. And we can only hope that Frodo slips through the traps of the enemy.
I just had to have a quick drink because Trying to do those Nazgul because kind of killed my throat there. I was trying so hard not to cough. But I think I'm alright now.
Alas for Amdir.
It grieves my heart that the enemy was able to turn Amdir thus. He was my friend and kinsman. My people will remember him as the man he once was, good and noble. It troubles me that the Nazgul have crossed the river and moved into Bree-land at just this time. There are events in motion which could determine the fate of Middle-earth. If you're able and willing, I may have another task for you. Ooh, that's a nice cloak. We'll be taking
I
that.
have a task for you.
I'm curious to know who the dwarf you encountered at the Blackwold's camp was. Dwarves are by nature honourable and cannot be dominated by the will of any. Why this one would serve the enemy, I cannot say. Worse yet is the appearance of the Nazgul. I must go and watch the East Road, for I am expecting some travellers and now fear they may be in danger. Would you travel to Coombe and speak to a constable there named Underhill? You may know him already, stout little fellow who loiters about the town centre. You may suggest to Underhill that he investigate the Blackwold's old hideout. When that is done, return here with your report. If perchance I'm not here, assume the worst.
What road did you take, Frodo? The ring-wraiths ride openly in the Shire, but there are places which are even more terrible and dangerous. If you choose the path I fare, search for the light in the darkness.
Let's activate the stable master.
Greetings.
And I'm not going to do any of these quests here because I'm going to make another character to do those on. Then we can actually do them on level.
How do you do?
Ah, hello there. Is there something that I can help you with? The Blackwolds have been broken and scattered, you say? This is good news for Coombe. So, this ranger, Strider, thinks we should investigate Skunkwood's old hideout. Well now, I am not so sure of that. It's not a safe place, I hear.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Well, I suppose you're right. I should make sure those Blackwolds aren't hiding in that cave of theirs again, mustering their strength. But I'll want some help. Will you travel with me to Skunkwood's old hideout? It's south of the guardhouse at the northeast end of Staddle Pond, near Staddle Falls. If they are gathering there, I'll need help driving them out again. When you're ready, come back, and we'll go together to the old hideout.
Hello there.
All right, I'm ready to go. Are you?
Amdir's defeat shattered the back of the Blackwolds, but pieces of the mystery remain unsolved.
Let's make sure that we've got this new cloak equipped. 16 fate. Let's take the morale.
Goodness.
Goodness, this place is quiet as a tomb. I wish we could just say all was peaceful and leave, but I suppose we need to do a better job of it than that. All right, no use putting off what must be done. Come along, and make sure you have your blade at the ready in case we run into any trouble. Careful now, friend. All manner of things could be living here now. All manner of things like these giant insects. Hold on a moment, I have the key right here. We've got a deed to kill these as well. What horrid creatures! Let's press on. that was the last of them. I think we'll soon find out. Let's press on. That looks to be the last of them. Let's press on. Quiet! I see something ahead. Let's wait here a moment and see what happens. This is your last chance. Swear fealty to Angmar once more. Never! Then die! Ugh! My lord, intruders. What? Deal with them! Oh dear! I hope that I'm not changing Skullgrim's voice every time. I'll try to be more consistent if I am. Check on that poor man. I'll follow after that strange dwarf fellow.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
Don't worry, we'll leave you to your misery in a minute. You couldn't have come a moment earlier, could you? Before that dwarf stuck me through, maybe. Oh well, suppose that's just the way of it. First it was that Eogan saying that if we pledged to Angmar we'd be made rich. Well, when that all fell apart, a few of us decided we didn't want anything to do with Angmar anymore. We started talking to some new fellas, men who came up from the south. An ugly bunch they were, but at least they didn't seem likely to go raise them fell spirits or some such on us. Seems though Angmar didn't like the prospect of us leaving them. That dwarf came along, and you see how that ended. Now I suppose the Blackwolds are at their end. Ugh! I'm sorry about the inconsistency of him as well. Ah, I've no idea how he escaped this place. We'll never follow him now.
Just a moment.
Well, it seems that strange dwarf escaped. How he got out of here is a mystery to me. And from what you said of that brigand's tale, that dwarf was one we should have been worried about, not these Blackwolds. Well, I suppose the Blackwolds are truly broken now, but for some reason I still don't feel safe. Well, there's not much more we can do here. You'd best take tidings back to your ranger friend in Bree. It's best that we leave this place.
The rangers which once guarded the borders of the Shire have been scattered or slain. Frodo has left the Shire. Great perils await him in Bree. I am too late. Someone must find him before the Nazgûl.
Hello there.
Good show indeed. You sure showed those Blackwold rascals what for. No, I think these... Oh, we could take the hammer. Yeah, let's take the hammer.
Please, stay a moment.
Good day to you. What are you still doing about the here? Those Blackwolds are gone, and likely for good. That strange dwarf might still be around, but I'll wager he went on to somewhere a bit more interesting. You should take that news on to your friend Strider in Breetown. If he sent you out here, he likely wants to know what he found. He'll probably be at the Prancing Pony. Those rangers sure like their beer, and the pony has the best. Thank you for your help, but there's no use worrying about brigands around here anymore. It's nice that they teleport us back and forth, so that we don't have to ride all the way there.
must move quickly.
You have returned, and just in time. Much has happened since you left, but I have little time to relate it. The tidings you have brought me will be of great use to my men here in Bree-land, but there is a more immediate threat we must deal with now. While you were away, those same Nazgul you saw with Amdir attacked the pony. They were in search of the travellers I have been awaiting, 4 hobbits of the Shire. I cannot tell you why they had such interest in my companions, but I can tell you that I will have need of your help again.
I need your aid.
Well, both you and I have seen 5 Nazgul. Their true number is 9. Before I can take my charges beyond Bree, I must know where the other 4 are hiding. Would you travel to the west and speak to Lenglinn? I sent him to Blackwold to watch over a particular hobbit, but it seems that Mr. Underhill and his friends decided to take a different path and are now here under my protection. Still, Lenglinn may know the whereabouts of the remaining Nazgul. He camps on a rise just north of the Blackwold Gate and may have seen something that will aid me. You must hurry. I cannot afford to delay here overly long. Okay, let's hurry on and speak to Lenglinn. What I normally do is I go up to the Grimbriar's camp just up there and start doing the quests there, but I think because of the urgency of this epic, we're gonna carry on with it until we can't get any further. But there are only a few more quests until we have to start doing Great Barrow stuff. And that is around level 20. Just admire the scenery of Bree.
How can I be of
Unlock the
service?
stables. There's the inn Adso's been building for about 16 years? How long? I have a feeling that Ballyman is trying to sabotage his building. I do love the music in Bree. Right, I think he's near here. We've just gone through Blackwold. I didn't even see that there. Because I had the names off. Any enemies coming? Think we're good?
What do you need?
Aragorn has sent aid. Nazgul, 4 more, were in Buckland. They rode swiftly to the east upon black steeds. I was foolish enough to stand in their way, and they ran me down. I will heal in time, but the riders have left a threat in their wake that must be dealt with. I must ask for your help.
Would you do something for me?
In the Black Riders' wake, Crebain have taken roost. They are not the common strain from Dunland, but a breed I have not seen before. Likely these foul creatures keep watch on Buckland and the Shire. Or, at the very least, me, since they have taken to staring at me in the night. While the Crebain may see nothing of interest, the fact that the enemy has eyes here is dangerous. If we were to blind those eyes, the enemy would not be as sure in directing its efforts. If you would, dispose of the Crebain that roost to the southwest, just beyond my camp. Even killing one Crebain will go a long way towards blinding the enemy. Let's go and take care of these birds. On characters with AoE damage, it's quite fun to round them all up. But definitely be careful if you're on deadly. Nice. Level 16. Yeah, it's not called deadly now, is it? It's called fearless. But I made the mistake of trying to do that on fearless, and it didn't go too well.
How can I be of service?
Good. You have slain those foul birds. The enemy will not be nearly as sure in their efforts now. However, I still have need of your aid. I must ask that you do something in Buckland, as it was their horn call that alerted me to the presence of the Nazgul.
Could I speak with you a moment?
You say that Underhill is with Aragorn. I know of no Underhills. I was sent to watch over a hobbit named Baggins. I must assume that is who Aragorn spoke of. That he is safe is welcome news, for my fears are somewhat allayed. It was late in the night when I heard the horn call of Buckland. Running to the road, I saw the Nazgul leaving Buckland at a gallop. I tried to stop them, but they ran me down. I feared they had already found Baggins. The 4 riders passed eastward towards Bree, but we may discover that what they learned, if anything, at Baggins' home in Crickhollow. It is a cottage surrounded by a high hedge, almost directly southeast of the Buckland Gate. If you learn anything there, return to me. What news you can bring me may help determine the movements of the Nazgul. Okay, let's go to Baggins' house. Because he definitely lives in Buckland. Those trees from the old forest look really twisted. There's the bridge that goes into the Shire. Oh, we'll just talk to Callandine.
Hello there.
Hello, hello. You have come all the way here from Barliam and Butterbur. He is a sweet dear to think of us hobbits so far away as he is. He must have heard about the troubling goings on in the old forest, I imagine. If you are willing to help on that score, there will be plenty to do. But we're not going to be helping them right now. We've got an urgent mission from Strider. This isn't Baggins' home.
Oh, gracious me!
What? Who? I don't have it. Oh wait, you aren't one of those Black Riders. Yeah, because so hard to tell the difference, isn't it? I must tell you that I haven't been so frightened in my life. Did they learn anything from me? Well, those riders came busting into the house. But I had already slipped out of the back way. Not a thing did they get from me. When the sheriffs came, they made me tell them about Frodo and the others going off into the old forest. But I didn't say a thing about the enemy's ring. Oh dear, What is that? It sounds like crows. Over here. They are sure coming close. Oh no, more are coming. You did it! You didn't get all of them, though. Some flew off into the old forest. I hope they don't come back.
Dear me, what do you want?
Did you see those awful birds? They came straight for me. Well, thankfully, he's safe now. Let's go back to Lenglinn. I think we might be going into the old forest in a minute, but we're level 16, so I don't think that will be an issue. We should be alright.
How can I be of service?
The enemy's ring. It is no wonder Aragorn was so secretive as to why the enemy was seeking Baggins. If the Crebain heard Fredegar's words, the enemy will know for certain that the ring is no longer in the Shire, and all will be lost. Finding those birds in the old forest will not be a simple task. I would ask that you return to Aragorn and Bree and seek his counsel on how to find these foul birds. Right, we're gonna now have to ride all the way back. But I may speed up the video just to save us some time. Okay, we've made it to the Prancing Pony. Let's go and see what Strider has to say about all of this.
You bring dire news.
This is dire news. While the 4 hobbits I was awaiting are safe for the moment, the protection Bree offers is fleeting at best. We must leave soon, and if the enemy's suspicions are confirmed by these Crebain that what they seek is no longer in the Shire, our trip may be all the more perilous. Yet the old forest is a twisting labyrinth that can lead even the most experienced trackers astray. Finding these Crebain will not be easy. Let's take this one.
Listen well.
There is one who could find these Crebain for us if we were to ask him for such aid. However, he may not see our worries as his. He is known by many peoples, by many names. Of old, he was known as Orald to men, while to the dwarves he was simply Fawn. The elves called him Iarwain Benedar, oldest and fatherless. However, in these days he is known as Tom Bombadil by those few who are aware of him. Look for old Bombadil's house, which lies at the far eastern end of the Withywindle, the river that flows through the old forest. He may help you if you ask him in my name, Aragorn. If you discover anything, I would ask that you address it as best you can. I wish I could help you in this task, but the safety of my charges comes before all else. Okay, so our next task will be to find Tom Bombadil. But before we can do that, we're going to need to get our level up by maybe 2. I think if we got to 18, that would be okay. So I think our next order of business, we just give a second for the game to load. There we go. I think our next order of business will be to go and see the Chief Watcher and see what tasks we can do for him. We'll help the people of Bree out a little bit. I think actually this might be a nice place to finish for now, and then we can carry on next time. Let's have Bree in the backdrop. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and wishing everyone the best. See you next time. Bye!